Hello, I'm Suzy Urbaniak. I'm the core lead from the Core Learning Foundation. So core, what is it? It's the Centre of Resource Excellence. It's actually a learning model. It's a way of delivering education differently, transformatively. So I'm a geologist who went into education and recognised that things hadn't changed. And I wanted to make sure that I had young scientists and young engineers in the classroom, hands-on learning, doing science, not sitting there passively, becoming numb, filling in worksheets and working out of textbooks. Because that's not how a scientist works, nor an engineer. You know, with science and engineering, it's about problem solving. It's about curiosity, being innovative, decision making, communicating with others, being visionary, understanding the picture of the whole ecosystem. So the way I worked as a geologist in a team was how I brought my learning model to fruition, its philosophy. And so after about a few years, the learning model developed organically. I wanted to make sure that my students understood the purpose of their learning, how their learning connected to the real world, how their learning connected to potential careers, particularly here in a resources hotspot like Western Australia. You know, in education, little to nothing is advertised in terms of the importance of earth science learning and its connection to resource industry careers. So that was my purpose, to make sure that the learning contained all those real connections. I call it karma, contextual, authentic, relevant, meaningful and applicable learning. So in that way, the students understand why they're doing it, how they're doing it, and the meaningful application of it to the real world. That's why we've got the hashtag the real world as our motto, because kids are taken out into the field, kids are taken out onto mine sites, but even more importantly, those field trips and those mine site visits are actually connected to their learning. So if you're looking at a redox reaction and you're looking at a piece of copper that's been oxidised, you then have a purposeful reason why you're learning redox reactions. And so we carefully construct and develop our curriculum, which we call PBLs, project-based learning, so that there's a real context for the learning that needs to be happen, for the learning that has to be assessed and reported on. So yes, it's different, very, very different. It's engaging, and what's more important about the learning model is because it contains within it a diversity of learning tasks, it gives every student the opportunity to succeed. It doesn't focus, our learning model does not focus on the one linear measure of success, which is that test. And that test does not accommodate the diversity of capabilities, the diversity of learning styles, the diversity of talents and insights that students do have. In fact, in my opinion, it cuts off the general pool of capability that we have within our students. So we really need to look at education. We really need to look at embracing and being totally inclusive of the diversity of our students today. You know, our students today are in tune of the world, are in tune of the age of digitisation, automation, diversification. However, our system still puts emphasis on the test as the only measure of success. That needs to change. Otherwise, you are going to continue to get disengaged students, and therefore when you have disengaged students, you are not doing them justice, and you're not doing our future leaders justice. We need to make sure and embrace neurodiversity, and our core learning model does that. It makes sure that every kid has a go at an education. So, in a nutshell, yeah, that's what we do, and we've been doing it for 20 years. First started off in one high school, Kent Street Senior High School, where I developed it. And after winning the Prime Minister's Prize for Secondary Science Education, thought it's time to take it out. So with a couple of colleagues and co-founders, Christian Price and Kate Driver, we started the Core Learning Foundation so that we could take our learning model out to regional remote areas to actually become a resource as well for schools that are under-resourced in all manners. I'm not talking about computers or robots, I'm talking about in people as well, and the lack of opportunity for professional development. So we're there to make sure that all kids have a go and have an equitable chance at education. And so, yeah, 7 years down the track, we've got some 20 schools in Western Australia, plus we've got our Gamifying Our Science initiative, which is national, and out to about 60 odd schools that we know have played the game. So, yeah, we're trying to spread the word to improve the importance of the awareness of earth science education, and secondly, the importance of how learning connects to resource industry careers. So, want to know more information? Find us on the website. Thank you. I'm Suzy. I love rocks and I climb volcanoes in my spare time.